And so one of our big stories tonight, as land administration remains one of the strongest pillars of economic growth, urban planning, investment security and sustainable development. In Edo State, the Edo State Geographic Information Service, Edogis, was established as a modern land administration agency responsible for land registration, property titling, digital mapping, geographic information services, and the processing of certificates of occupancy, CFO, among other functions. Tonight, we examine the connection between land administration and good governance and assess the impact of Edogis on Edo State's development journey. And joining us is Dr. Innocent Ehiagwina Bello, Managing Director, Edo State Geographic Information Services, Edogis. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Bello.
Thank you very much.
It's nice to have you here. I'd like us to start our discussion this way. Could you give our viewers a clear overview of what is Edogis and why it was established and its core mandate in Edo State?
In fact, Edogis stands for Edo State Geographic Information Service. It was established with one mandate to ensure that we have smooth land record, land titling, land documentation, land registration, land administration, and good governance. So some few months ago, the Ministry of Lands was, abolished to give full strength to Edogis to operate digitally. So the Edogis is a digital, modern, smart governance system for land administration. It operates as a land information system for identifying what is where, when, how, and what if. In other words, it's a computer-based system organization that employs hardware, software, and social engineering to interface and interact with the people as far as land ownership and land governance is concerned. So the system is an automated system to ensure that we're able to capture information about the land, the size, the use, and other information pertaining to the cadastral. And vis-a-vis, store them, retrieve them, and be able to carry out analysis, manipulation, and present the result in form of a survey plan and, of course, CFO. The CFO guarantees you ownership, guarantees legal backing. So we are encouraging every citizen, every land owner to ensure that they go to Edogis to have their land recorded in a digital format.
All right, so let's talk about land administration as it affects economic growth, investment, and urban development. So from your perspective, how important is an efficient land management system to the overall development of Edo agenda?
Indeed, the shine agenda of Mr. Governor, His Excellency, Senator Modi Okpebholo, is aimed at ensuring that there's good governance. There cannot be good governance if you don't know what is under your purview. So everything that happens on earth, the earth itself is the land. In other words, some define it as the material manifestation of the hard part or the solid part of the earth. In other words, we are talking about the land. Of course, on the land, you have water, you have trees, you have solid minerals, you have liquid minerals like gold, crude oil. You have everything. We build on the land. We open our industry on the land. We do farming on the land. If everything man does is on the land. So it is very important that we know the dimension being occupied by every user. And that is the essence of having proper land titling and proper land administration. So if His Excellency or the government want to make use of the land, they should be able to know the different aspect, the different zone for different uses. So it is very important that the land be properly governed. Unlike pre-colonial time, the traditional, people, I would say the Okaik bears, I put it, the Enigis or Kaigeles or the Emir, they were in charge. So they dictate whatever happens. In other words, they can say, you take this entire land, and it's like that. But with the coming of the 1978 Land Use Act decree, it became very, very important for every citizen to have access to land. In other words, if you need land or a parcel of land to carry out investment, to build for your family, you have to approach the government. And the government, because the law has empowered the land to be in trust for the people, on the governor as in the case of the 36 states, on the minister as in the case of the FCT, the governor, it's as the landowner now, is able to apportion portions for every use. So when somebody comes out and says this is our land, no, the governor has the power to revoke and do compensation and use the land for the overriding interest of all. So if the government of the day want to use land for a particular development, it is important that the people cooperate. Just as this day we are having a human kidnapper. There are people kidnapping land. They are on government land. They are on, in fact, somebody will build, you see some youth and some other, they will bring out guns to be going after people who have title document, who have C of O. Especially in those states, becoming something on, it's appalling. You know, His Excellency Senator Modu Pebolo has been very gentle, has been very, very understanding. But it's like people are taking his gentility and his meekness for granted. Henceforth, any moment from now in the next 1 or 2 months or so, we'll be deploying our resources, man and material resources, to defeat, to reclaim government land. Most government land, they've been occupied. They don't have CFO, they don't have any document to show that this land were allocated to them. They are inhabiting those areas and even camping criminals. And that's why we are having increase in crimes in the state. People just enter government land, enter private land, abandon land, and they take possession of it. So I'm using this opportunity to tell our people to please register your land. And if you see anything, say something, do something. Do not just keep quiet, because His Excellency is doing all his best to make sure that if you need land for investment, for something positive, not for rearing criminals or building hotels to be harboring Yahoo boys and harboring criminals, prostitutes and whatnot. No, the land is supposed to be used for the material benefit of every citizen, of every Edolite, and everybody that comes to Edo State. Because it's a home of peace.
Well said. Thank you. You've done so well. Yeah. Many Edo residents and investors have previously experienced challenges and difficulties such as land grabbing, like you mentioned, delays in obtaining certificates of occupancy, the COOs, and difficulties with verification and concerns around transparency. Now, since the reform, that is since you came on board, what measurable impact has Edogis made in addressing these issues?
It might interest you to note that as soon as I assumed it, I met with His Excellency. What he said was that, please sanitize the land system, the land registry system, the titling system, in fact, everything surrounding land. Start with the staff. How good are they? What is their background in training? You know, check the software we are using. Are they good enough? And also check all that is happening outside there. So what we'll be trying to do is to ensure that everything that has to do with land is properly captured. Having done that, we discover that some persons have CFO, they are in their land. Somebody else will want to re-register the same land. In other words, if the community are guilty of this, the Okagele, some of the so-called, what they call them, the elders and the chiefs, they will sell a particular land and resell it to another person. They will come up with a document showing that they actually gave those land out. And it's creating problem. It's creating a big problem. So with the Edogis in focus of land administration, we're able to know if you want to register your CFO, you will be caught, because we have all the land properly captured digitally, and when we overlay them, we find a mismatch or a misfit or double overlay, we flag it off and will not be registered. This day, when I also assumed duty, His Excellency mandated that all the CFOs that will be pending, that I take a critical look at all of them, to take a second look, to check the root of titles, everything they've submitted. And I must tell you, we have commenced printing since last Friday. Going to about 3,000 or thereabout. And we are still printing for His Excellency to sign, because he discovered that there are fraudulent activities being perpetrated by land grabbers, which I would call land bandits or land kidnappers. It has come to stop. His Excellency has given a mandate that we ensure there is probity, there is transparency, and there is fairness, not only in land allocation, but it's also in land governance, in land administration. So if you come today, you want to register your land, we are there, we are waiting for you. Thank you.
Well said. As a geospatial expert, technology appears central in Edogis operations.
Oh, yes.
And it's good to know that technology and digital tools in the agency are currently deploying. And how are they supporting land administration, infrastructural planning, development, land use management, and fraud prevention? Because these are concerns. They are recurring concerns that hinder investors and even Edolites from buying lands or building and all that. So what are some of the measures your agency is putting in place to eradicate these concerns?
Indeed, to start with, we've done quite a lot by ensuring that we go on the public awareness campaign, visiting some traditional rulers, CBOs, NGOs, trying to conscientize and tell them the importance of land, what land can do, the resources therein, and to ensure that land is protected. Besides that, we have also embarked on ensuring that we update our database, upscale our digital system so that we'll be able to carry the information with respect to land. In addition to that, we are also engaging the Public Property Protection Committee and by giving them information on government land and every other information that has to do with land in Edo State. So we are doing quite a lot by ensuring that our database is clean and keeping proper records so that we will have clean and transparent services to the people. So when investors come, they say they need so and so land. First of all, ask them, what do you want to use the land for? Because you cannot just situate different industry or school anywhere, anyhow. So we have to check the planning rule, the zoning rule, so that we'll be able to allocate land for good governance. So we are doing quite a lot, and we are encouraging citizens or those who want to invest in Edo State to come. Edo State Geographic Information Service is there. If I say digital system, it's a web-based system. Let me not boast here, but just try and ensure that your land is registered.
Thank you so much. Before I let you go, Dr. Bello, they are increasing. I would like you to give your final messages to Edo residents on the importance of proper land documentation, the role of Edogis in all this, in building a more transparent and development-driven Edo State. Very quickly.
Thank you very much. I want to counsel Edolites. If you are involved in land racketeering, land banditry, or land kidnapping, I want to beg you to stop now, because we are rolling out our machineries. If you occupy government land, we are telling you now to please vacate, because the governor and the government need land for development, for the betterment of the people, and not for a few individuals that are marauding and constituting nuisance to the society. Edo State is an ancient state, and it must remain like that. A state that for centuries we are using light. Even before Lisbon, street light and good layout, we cannot tolerate abuse of the plants already in place or zoning. Please come to Edogis to register your land. We have started documenting and printing CFO. They are being signed now. Any moment from now, we'll call on the people who have applied to come and collect.
Many thanks to you, Dr. Bello Ehagbina, MD Edogis. Thank you for making out time to join us on EBS tonight and for sharing these valuable insights on land administration and the work of Edogis in Edo State. Thank you so much. Welcome.
You.